And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. It wasn't too long of an intermission. It's still Matt here. We have a very fun little game here for my nostalgia enjoyers. Anyone who's played this game probably got really beat up by this game when they were younger. This is a very difficult game on the Super Nintendo. So give it up for our runner Bronkel and the Lion King.
Yeah, hello and welcome. Yeah, Lion King. Supposedly one of the harder games back in the 90s. At least that's what I heard. I never played the Super Nintendo or Genesis version back then I was a kid. Now I'm a runner of it, ironically. Yeah, I thought this game is super fittingly for the theme of the marathon because I have heard so many times it's the Dark Souls of the 90s, the Dark Souls for kids, the Dark Souls of whatever, blah blah blah. And I thought, okay, there's a Souls marathon. Lion King has to be at least in the list of applicants, and here we are. Fantastic that is working, and yeah. Short to the run, I'm playing as fast as possible, hopefully, through the game. We play on easy because the other difficulties don't change that much, other than some of the enemies have more lives. Doesn't matter really, and we have less, we would have less lives and continues, but doesn't matter. So, for a timer, I just count down from 3, and when I hit start, the timer also starts, but like I said, I just count down. So let's say 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, we basically play through the movie with a few extra scenes you don't see in the movie, because the storyboard of the game and the movie were made along the way. This one here is a pretty nifty frame perfect jump. Or frame, yeah, pixel perfect, not frame perfect. But pixel perfect is also tough enough. So just climb up here. This is our first mini boss fight. Kills in one, and now I hang low onto this to get a cutscene. Wow, actually didn't get a cutscene skip. That happens, rarely happens. But you really have to be the lowest. It has to be the lowest jump and all. So doesn't matter really. This level here is probably maybe the second or maybe the most infamous level because of the... Can I please stay up here? Because of the monkey puzzle. You have to roar at the monkeys and they switch the side, and that determines where they throw Simba. And this level was actually just this puzzle right here. But they added a whole nother puzzle later in the level to make it artificially harder. Because Disney was a little bit greedy. I know it's unimaginable, Disney being greedy sometimes. But yeah, they said, hey, listen, people can just rent the game and play through it in the weekend. We don't want that. We probably would prefer it if the people have to buy our game to beat it. And that's why they said, hey, maybe developers make it harder, a lot harder in some ways. And this is one of the instances where they did. And if you have something to read, like a donation or so, this would be a good point in the run.
Oh yeah, sure, of course. I'd like to take a moment to say that we still have a incentive open for Chameleon Twist, which is coming up after this run. So you can put down money on whichever color to start the run with. Right now in the lead, we have the blue at $5. So get your donations in to pick whichever start you want for that game.
Okay, I'm also for blue because blue is my favorite color. So I'm biased towards blue. But yeah, anyway, we are almost done with the level. It is not the most interesting level, also in a speedrun, as you can see. The puzzle is basic if you know what you do, and everything else is really more on the easy side of platforming. Yeah, that's already done. Now we head on to Graveyard. Another not so easy level, but it was supposed to be one of the easier side, actually, to give the player a little bit of breathing room after this hard level. Some might find it ironic, I don't know. This level is one of my favorites, especially because of the upper part I'm talking about when I arrive it. Otherwise, here kicks a little bit of RNG in, because I don't know how the vultures here behave. They can ascend or stay down. Staying down is good. This one I want to ascend, but he didn't. Anyway, here's one intended little shortcut from the developers. If you get here and roll through here, that is pretty neat from them. So here, just have to, you can mash or you can just jump precisely. Jumping precisely saves you a little bit of time, so we want to do that, but basically mashing the button would also just work. Let me adjust here a little bit. Unfortunate. So, coming up, 2 hyenas, as you can see. Sometimes, not sometimes, but often enough, they do not split. And you can finish them with 1 hit. But it doesn't really cost any time if they split or not. Because it's just measured from the beginning when you kill the first one and not both. So, this one. Maybe you remember this from the movie, a very dramatic scene where also Mufasa died. In the game, good mechanic. The good thing is it's always the same pattern, so you can really learn the level and play through it rather easily. On the Super Nintendo version, there is a fantastic little glitch. You can just stay on the left side at a specific magic pixel, as we call it, and you can just damage through all the level and don't have to do any inputs after that. I personally don't do it in runs, so I haven't done the magic pixel thing in a long time, so I prefer to play it just normally, without jumps, hopefully without taking hits. Just my personal knack, if you will. But yeah, if you ever need a hand rest in the middle of the run, that would be your level. Taking a zip or anything, but you're also really done. And now to the most infamous level for speedrunners, Exile. It's can happen that I will die here due to RNG. Nothing that I can do about it, because this boulder that is following me here is an insta kill, and a second one is coming up. That is sometimes harder to avoid. Okay, did it. Nice. First skip, that's called Exile 1. We just skip through the floor, and hopefully I do another skip. Oh, I did, but I didn't trust myself. I thought I didn't make it and wanted to adjust for another try really quick. Just believe in yourself, man. Yeah. See, super easy trick. Okay, actually it's not easy. It's frame perfect and pixel perfect. So, 2 things you have to be aware of. And the Hakuna Matata stage. You can sing along in chat if you want. I will not interfere with that. I will also not sing, because I value your ears. But this level is most famous for its waterfall, which is not random, actually. Oh. Can I please get up here? Which is not random, which is nice. But I will show you. There's a certain pattern you can climb up. That went well. Takes you about 6 seconds instead of, painfully climb up, log to log. That's nice. This is also the ape fight. Originally, it was a scene in the movie when Simba was in exile and roaming around with Timon and Pumbaa. But they scratched that because they thought it adds nothing to the movie. But yeah, like I said, game and movie were developed and designed along together, and this made it in the game but not in the movie. For game purposes, pretty good. Now we are an adult. We can now attack like this, and we also use that mechanic to gain some height in some instances later, and to glitch enemies now. We can actually glitch enemies, that's coming up later. Will be pretty important. We can also skip this whole spawner here. Usually there are 5 from these cheaters in there we have to beat. And then Rafiki lets us through. But we just skip that, because waiting is not our thing. So let me see if I can do a skip here. Yeah, that is a glitch state. Supposed to be... usually they take more hits, like 5 hits. But if I swipe at the right timing in their hitbox and move the opposite direction, the game thinks I'm still attacking even though I'm still running away. And it takes enough hits to kill them. And we will use that and abuse that mechanic later. So this is the, for me, most infamous, come on, thank you. That is my most disliked trick in the run. Like I said, we use the swipes to gain some height, and that's where you can skip a little bit. Usually you have to take, you get a boulder, the boulder rolls there, and you jump on the boulder to have enough height to jump on that. Worst level in the game, I have to say it. It's not nice, but we skip it. We skip this level entirely. That is a skip that was discovered like, I don't know, 7 years ago or so, and it was, or maybe last 6-7 years ago, and it was a huge game changer. It saves us over 1.5 minutes in the run, and it saves us playing through a painfully hard level with massive lag, with questionable enemy placement and stuff like that. And you also have another round of time to read something if you have to.
All right, sure thing. Looks like we have a anonymous donation of $40 that says, "I love Souls Lion King, a great addition to the marathon." And it looks like they put 40 down for pink for Chameleon Twist. So thank you, Anonymous.
Nice. Also, I just wait for the geysers here to get off a certain amount of times. Yeah. Also, got the best RNG here, obviously, in a marathon and not in a world record attempt. I get the best RNG, so that's a neat side part of it. This is what I think the hardest level in the run now, thanks to a certain runner I will call out later. But yeah, we abuse like the glitch mechanic here a lot, like I explained earlier. And this is another one. And here you can see it best if it works. Nope, obviously not. That is marathon luck right here. But no problem. Let's go on to the next screen. Nah, can you please die? But yeah, coming up, because of all the technical things here you have to do in a short amount of time, really precise, it's the hardest thing in the run. It broke my heart many times, unfortunately. Kill them. Also, last level, we have to defeat Scar, and Scar can be a pain in the whatever, because we fight him 3 times, and at every fight he has more health, just 1 more hit point, but it's more health. And if you don't know how to defeat him, which the game never tells you, you will have a pretty bad time. But we also can glitch him out like the hyenas earlier, so it's a pretty easy fight actually. So I keep running, because running keeps damaging him, and yeah, I'm already gone. I also skipped the runaway scene from him with that, which is neat, another time save. We're close to the end here. Time is when I throw Star from the cliff. So just another glitch here. It's a faster method of... And it is time. Yeah, that is Lion King right here. A super fun game, actually. I know it has yeah, it's seen as a hard game still today. But as every speedrun, if you run it, it gets easier. And this game in particular, I think, it actually gets super easy. Even if you learn just to skip in the 8th level, that skips the whole level, and you will have a much nicer time. Yeah, let me do some quick shoutouts. Also, thanks for having me first, and please donate to the cause. Please, please, please. Also, the $30 were a good start. Where are the fives? Where are the fives? Like in the run before. First of all, Akitoru and SPD Wolf, I need to shout out because they are a huge inspiration why I run this game, because they made the run like it is now in the past years. Why it is so hard at certain areas, but also really rewarding and fun if you get it done. Then a huge shout out to the whole Lion King community, very supportive bunch of people, fantastic all around. So love you guys. No particular names because you're all great. Yeah, and that's it. So if you want to learn the game, just come to me, to SPD Wolf, to Akitoru, in the Lion King Discord even. We will show you everything you need to know, and more. And yeah, I hope you will have a wonderful event. And I'm good to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bronkel. Really impressive. Like I said, I got beat up by that game when I rented it and never got past the second level, so that was awesome. Up next, we have Chameleon Twist, ran by Kefka, so be sure to stick around. It should be a pretty short intermission. Make sure you get your donations in. The incentive is still going. We got Pink in the lead at $40, followed by Blue at $5, so be sure to include the incentive in your donations. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back.